We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with some noteworthy news regarding Seth Rollins' future with WWE once his in-ring career officially comes to an end. Now, there's no doubt that Seth Rollins still has a few good years left in his in-ring career with WWE, and he's arguably been doing some of the best work of his career as of late, but the reality is that Rollins is closer to the end of his career than the beginning, as Seth is currently 38 years old. Seth has made it abundantly clear that he plans to retire from wrestling once he reaches the age of 45 if all things go according to plan, and Rollins doesn't suffer any serious or career-ending injuries between now and then, and clearly Seth is already thinking about the next step of his career once his time in the ring is over, with Rollins once again teasing the idea of working behind the scenes in WWE, possibly in creative, once he retired from the ring, with Seth revealing the following during a recent interview with WFAN, when asked if he'd like to transition to a commentary or other on-screen role over working backstage once his in-ring career is over. No, not so much. I think I'm more of a behind-the-scenes guy when it's time to finish up. I'd like to be on the other side of it. I don't want to be a character in front of it anymore. Once I'm done in the ring, let me go back and help the business, help the young guys and girls, something like that. Maybe something in the creative department, we'll see. Now, according to one of our sources, Triple H has already made it clear to Seth Rollins that he will have a job waiting for him behind the scenes in WWE once his in-ring career ends, potentially running one of the company's shows from a creative standpoint, whether Raw, SmackDown, or NXT, as the belief is that Hunter feels Seth Rollins has a great and deep understanding of the business and will be a huge asset for WWE behind the scenes. Now, while it's great news to hear that Seth Rollins has a long-term future with WWE in a role behind the scenes once his in-ring career is over, hopefully Rollins' career on-screen in WWE isn't going to end anytime soon, as there's still a lot left for Seth to do in the company, and there are certainly many interesting and worthwhile feuds left for him. Now we have some breaking news to share with you guys, as it appears as though the Bloodline's Tanga Loa has been quietly released from the WWE recently. As many of you are likely aware, Tanga Loa has been out of action from WWE and sidelined with an injury following the 2024 Survivor Series WarGames Premium live event this past November, where Tanga Loa participated in the OG Bloodline vs New Bloodline men's WarGames match. Tanga Loa wasn't the only superstar injured in this massive match, as Big Bronson Reed also suffered from an injury and has been on the sidelines ever since, with Bronson Reed suffering from a serious ankle injury, whereas Tanga Loa suffered from a torn bicep. While we have been told that Triple H and WWE have major plans in the works creatively for Bronson Reed, who will reportedly be returning to WWE in the not-so-distant future, the same unfortunately cannot be said for Tanga Loa. According to a new breaking backstage rumor, Triple H and other high-ranking WWE officials haven't been overly impressed with the work Tanga Loa has done in the company since he made his return to WWE at Backlash France last year. And we say return because, for those of you unaware, Tanga Loa had previously wrestled for WWE a number of years ago as Camacho. This is the second run of Tanga Loa in WWE, and from what new backstage rumors are suggesting, Hunter and other WWE officials have felt completely underwhelmed by what Tanga's brought to WWE this time around. The backstage sentiment is that Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu have exceeded the expectations of WWE management following their recent debuts and involvement with Solo Sikoa and the New Bloodline, whereas Tanga Loa has been a major disappointment, as his in-ring work has apparently been heavily criticized behind the scenes in WWE. There is a new report suggesting that the WWE don't plan to bring Tanga Loa back to the company and plan to release him from his contract in the near future, if they haven't already. Solo Sikoa's New Bloodline doesn't exist anymore, and with WWE soon planning a breakup between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu with Tama Tonga, there will reportedly be no need creatively for Tanga Loa to return, as Solo Sikoa is planned to be a singles wrestler moving forward, and Jacob Fatu is planned to be a singles star as well, although his right-hand man will be Tama Tonga. There are no plans for Tanga Loa moving forward in WWE, and rumors suggest he will be released from his WWE contract in the near future, with it possible that he has already been quietly let go by the company. Now, there's been some news revealed regarding WWE Hall of Famer Stone Cold Steve Austin's status for the WrestleMania 41 weekend that has led many fans to believe Stone Cold will be making a special appearance at the Showcase of the Immortals this year, and they are reportedly justified for believing that. If you hadn't heard, news was reported a few hours ago revealing that Steve Austin will be appearing at WWE World in Las Vegas on April 19th and 20th, with Austin set to sign autographs and take part in photo ops at the convention. This is notably Stone Cold's first involvement with the WrestleMania weekend since WrestleMania 38 in 2022, where Stone Cold actually wrestled a match against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, and while Stone Cold Steve Austin is not currently planned to wrestle on the grandest stage of them all this year, one of our sources has confirmed that as of right now, Triple H and WWE are planning for Stone Cold Steve Austin to make a special appearance at WrestleMania 41, although it's still unknown if it would be on night 1 or 2 of WrestleMania. But the consensus is that Stone Cold will be there, hence why he's involved with WWE World over the WrestleMania weekend. Triple H and WWE have really picked things up when it comes to creating some serious buzz and excitement for WrestleMania 41 the past few weeks, because after a less than stellar start to the road to WrestleMania this year, Hunter made sure to get things back on track recently, with some major unexpected surprises occurring like John Cena's shock heel turn at Elimination Chamber, Io Sky dethroning Rhea Ripley of the Women's World title, and Roman Reigns' return on Raw this past week to lay out Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And if a new breaking backstage rumor proves to be true, Triple H is planning a shocking swerve or surprise with this WrestleMania storyline between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman, something that some fans have been anticipating, but will still likely be shocked when it actually happens. There is currently speculation behind the scenes in WWE that Triple H is planning for Paul Heyman to betray the YTC Roman Reigns for CM Punk, leading up to the big planned triple threat match between Roman, Punk, and Seth at WrestleMania 41. The sentiment is that WWE are planning to end the alliance or partnership between Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, with WWE wanting Reigns to work on his own moving forward as a babyface, with CM Punk set to turn heel soon and rekindle his alliance with Paul Heyman after Paul betrays Roman Reigns in the coming weeks on SmackDown. Roman Reigns is currently set to appear on this coming week's edition of SmackDown on March 21st in Italy, and this could very well be the show where Heyman exercises the favor he owes CM Punk, which was apparently Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns when Punk requested it. Paul Heyman's impending betrayal of Roman Reigns for CM Punk is being planned to add a whole new layer of excitement to this storyline, leading up to WrestleMania 41, and like we mentioned, the shock betrayal may occur on this coming week's edition of SmackDown.